All right, everyone, so we are going to do a garden tour today. Now, I'm going to be totally honest. Today is, what is today? May 31st, but this is going to air tomorrow on June 1st. So this is going to be the June 1st garden tour. Now, there is so much going on out here, y'all. I'm going to try to be kind of quick about it. I don't want to be a super long video, but I also want to show everyone what's going on down here in Zone 9A. So sit back, relax, grab your coffee. Let's do a June garden tour in Spring, Texas. I figure I'll just start right here since this is where I was at the beginning of the video. Now, I've gone really bean heavy this spring. Let me show you all the different beans. Got a lot going on. I'm gonna put the pictures up of what they are also. And man, I'm telling y'all, beans are doing good. And I'm gonna plant a lot more beans probably later in this month over there, but we'll get to that in just a second. So let's just start off right here. Now, as you can see, these are actually ready to be harvested, but I'm going to let them dry out here on the vine and go ahead and let this vine pretty much just stop producing. Now, you're probably like, why are you going to do that? Well, one, I want to plant more beans in different areas, and I have use for something else in this area. Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to change anything up. This is just what I'm thinking as I'm walking in the garden, looking around and seeing just all the craziness that's going on. I mean, a lot is growing. We've got a bunch of peppers through here. These yellow reaper plants have really taken off since about a week ago, really exploded. I've got the first, man, I can't remember the name of this thing. Candy cane chocolate cherry pepper growing right here. I mean, just look how beautiful that pepper is, and the leaves are just gorgeous. Love it. Really, the peppers are really starting to come on. Very happy. Now, you will notice right here, I lost all of my rampicati zucchinis, y'all. Lost every one of them to the squash vine borers. They were so bad, not a month ago, took all those plants out. So, we are going to move the rampicati zucchini from this section. And since I've never grown them over here, there should not be any squash vine borer worms in that ground, in that soil right there. So these are coming out because, as you can see, they're all pretty much done. The birds have actually found them. Oh my gosh, look. The birds have found them. Totally destroyed those. Y'all, this is what they looked like yesterday. And now that's how they look. Totally gone. Now, I'm going to be totally honest. That really upsets me because I was going to use all of those beans as seeds to give away and to replant. But nature reclaimed them, y'all. Is what it is. All right, let's get back over here. Taiwanese long beans are hanging here, and I'm pretty certain, yep, birds have found those. Look up here. Found them up here also. Doggone it. Look, totally took them all out. So I am definitely getting inundated with birds. That does not make me happy, but it's nature. It is what it is. All right, let's continue on. Right here, these are Cherokee beans. Now, I read about these beans and why they call them Cherokee beans. They're actually called Cherokee Trail of Tear beans from Baker Creek, and there's this whole story about them, which I'm going to put up on the screen right here, that makes me really happy to be growing these as a homage to what they went through and everything. So I'm glad to be growing those. Those are actually about ready to harvest. You can see the beautiful coloration right there. I also have these Ayote squashes growing. Got numerous of these. That really excites me because one thing about that squash is that the vine borers left that squash alone. So I'm pretty sure there's a built-in immunity or resistance to squash vine borers for that type of squash. Very happy. Now, I did see something the other day that I can totally point out. Yep. Okay, aphids. Usually I leave aphids alone because they don't really do much for me. They don't really bother me, but look at all the aphid pressure up here on these beans. So yeah, I'm gonna be dealing with them very soon. Again, Taiwanese long beans. I absolutely love these beans. These are actually my favorite green beans to eat. Think of a green bean that's really, 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 really good. That's how they taste. You got all these dragon tongue beans down here that, again, I'm letting all of these just dry up, and that's why the plants look the way they do. These are a black turtle bean, and I'm going to put some knowledge up on those on the screen right here. Again, Baker Creek is where I got those. I'm excited to grow them. And then these are the 1,500-year-old cave beans from Baker Creek again, and I have a lot of them. So in the next day or so, I am going to be doing a lot of bean harvesting, and I'm going to try the beans in different ways as far as eating, and then I'm also going to be saving a lot of the beans to give away. Okay, so right here are Kahari melon vines. They're flowering, so hopefully pretty soon they'll start producing. This is the Ayote squash. These vines are just going crazy, y'all, and I'm kind of just letting them, having some fun. Some carrots. These right here are supposed to be like 7-foot long gourds when they start to really grow. There's a lot of them up there, so hopefully they will. We've got an African lofah over here. I'm putting the name of it up on the screen because I honestly can't remember the name of it. But look at how well it's doing. Need to bring some fertilizer in. Leaves are a little yellow. That's all right. Swinging over here to my container garden area. Got a lot going on. Figs are doing good, producing. Got figs everywhere. Got JoJo sitting over there looking at me wondering, hey dude, what are you doing? Got some sunflowers that I'm drying out. I will be saving the seeds for those. So the container garden is doing good. All of that crazy, beautiful arch is doing good, and this doesn't bother me at all. It's just part of it. It's actually on purpose because, like I said, I'm going to keep doing more planting over there. Now, we've got summer coming around the corner, at least for me down here, so heat-loving crops are going to start going in everywhere. Let's go straight over here and check out the tomatoes. Okay, y'all, this is the hashtag this is the hashtag Tomato Challenge 2025 plant, one of them. And as you can see, we've got 2 challenge tomatoes going. This one has a worm in it, as you can see right there. It's hollow on the inside. That has to be a army worm. All right, so I know what I'm about to do is going to hurt some people. It's going to be hard to watch. But I don't want that tomato next to the other tomato, especially since this is the challenge plant, and that's the only tomato I have growing on the challenge plant. Time for that bad tomato to go. So, and now this one plant can focus the energy on this one tomato. As I'm looking, I don't see any more tomatoes on those 2 plants. Coming over, we've got more up top there. Those are different plants. Those are beefsteaks. The spoon tomatoes have been doing really well. As you can see, that is a fully ripe little tomato. Tomato flavor is insane on those. More tomatoes there. All back through. Oh, look, got some to harvest. Go ahead and get those before the birds do, because I've been getting nailed by birds on my tomatoes. Totally annoying. Okay, my one orange accordion. Look at the ribbing on that. So beautiful. I cannot wait for this to grow and to ripen. All right, swinging over, y'all. Sweet potato patch, doing fantastic. Got some cosmos growing in there. Blackberries are right there. I've had two harvests of blackberries. The plants aren't producing like they did last year. I'm pretty sure it's because it's an older plant, but it is what it is. You can see that when you hire people to mow your lawn, they don't always pay attention, and they sure as all get out don't pick up after themselves. Not happy about that. Some volunteer dill here that's fallen over, starting to go to seed. So I'm actually going to start sprinkling all of this around the garden everywhere. Oh, check that out. Didn't even see that. But we got a ripe cayenne pepper right there. It's pretty cool. Let's just go ahead and take that out. Now I'm going to sit this off to the side and let them continue drying, but like these right here, they're going to go start getting sprinkled throughout the garden. Look at these Tabasco plants, y'all. Doing so good, starting to turn. Just looking phenomenal. Sunflowers really got hit hard by the storms that we've had, but yo, how pretty, right? Some carrots, the garlic, that if you've been following this channel, the garlic right here will be harvested in about 2 weeks. That'll put it right at the 9-month mark. And somewhere in there is the winner to the hashtag garlic challenge 2025. Maybe, who knows? All right, swinging on down. Watermelon. Nope, those are not watermelons. That is another type of squash. I'm gonna put the name of it up right here because I can't think of it right now. These are the watermelons that I have. They haven't really started to take off yet, but they will. And then look at all the different okra. Look at all that okra, y'all. 5 different types of okra right through there. And they're all doing fantastic. Really starting to blow up because of the heat, which I fully expected. Keep looking for a new Black Beauty tomato that is not growing yet. Really wish those would come back on. I harvested the first one, which I'm showing right here, probably about 2 weeks too early. You live and you learn, right? All right, let's come back this way. These are dwarf okras. The plants only get about 3 feet tall, so that's why I have them over here underneath all this. All these flowers I need to trim up because they're encroaching on the okra. We've got some other stuff through here. Look at this beautiful sage. I don't have a clue what the name of that is. I got it from a big box store at the end of last year, and of course I lost the name of it. That parsley is year-old parsley that I've just been letting go to flower to bring in the pollinators. And look, this is the first time I've ever seen parsley flowers. Look how beautiful those are. Really cool. Of course, basil. Got basil everywhere, y'all. Since we're over here, let's show the wisteria plant. Beautiful purple. They're starting to die off though. The roses, more sunflowers, and then these beautiful chocolate cherry sunflowers that I have been just showing and showing and showing. And why not, right? Look at that beauty. The storm really have knocked these things over. I'm gonna have to get them pushed back or something. I don't know, that's driving me nuts. All right, let's jump to this bed right here. More beans in here. I'm putting the name of them up right here and what they'll look like. These are really looking like they're dry. You know what? Let's open one of them. All right, let's see if they look like the picture. These I got from Baker Creek. They should be a blood red. Yeah, look at those, y'all. Look at how pretty those are. Oh, I love it. Basil. It seems like something's been laying in there, right? I'm getting pretty tired of that neighbor. Now they have this fat, mangy mongrel cat that is always over here. I'm gonna have to do something about that. Not in a bad way, but this is starting to annoy me. Just being real. More basil, more basil. Look at all the basil going crazy. This is that same IoT squash that's growing over there. That's just going nuts in here. Look at those eggplants right there, y'all. Casper eggplants, looking beautiful. I am getting tore up by mosquitoes. More basil. This is a Genevieve, I'm put the name of it up right here. Yeah, I have so many types of basil out here, I can't keep them all straight. The birds are really coming at me. These are red ripper cowpeas that are volunteers from like 2 years ago. Look at what the birds are doing. They're coming in strong, y'all. Some ants on the beans, totally normal. And check this out. This is the sweet potato experiment. If y'all remember, I put seed sweet potatoes in that pot. And I want to see if we'll get a bigger yield from the seed sweet potatoes than we will from those down there that were mostly slips. But you can see how good they're growing right there. Really cool. And then look at all these flowers, y'all. All those cosmoses are volunteers. That sage right there is Texas sage, just absolutely beautiful. These Tigger melons are starting to take off both sides. I've got a Japanese one over here and a regular Tigger melon right over there. With these rattlesnake pole beans coming up, coming up, coming up, coming up, coming up. Bam! Look at that. Lofah. Yes, lofah. Like you use in your house. Right there. So I've got 3 of them growing. These are all too big to eat. And yes, I said eat. I have a harvest and taste video that came out earlier this week on eating the lofahs. Not at that size. At a much smaller size. And I'm looking to see if I have any in the eating size realm, and I do not see any right now. Real quick, they taste like zucchini at a smaller size, and they are very, very good. I will be growing them now pretty much forever because they did not get hit by the squash vine borers like my zucchini did. Pepper plants are looking right in here. Not really happy with how these look. Again, this is a brand new bed, so this soil is new. But you can see we've got stuff vining out, which I'm gonna have to get taken care of and get it up off the ground. All right, let's jump over here, y'all. Look at this corn. Look at how good the corn looks. Now, I have 4 different types of corn in here. Can't remember the name of all of them, but I do know that these 2 rows right here are miniature blue corn. I believe this is a sweet something, something, something. I don't know. But they're tasseling up. I don't see any ears yet, but that's all right. And if you look, sweet potato vines. Yeah, I missed sweet potatoes last year when I harvested the sweet potatoes out of this bed, because this bed right here is where I had all my sweet potatoes. But I wanted to switch it up. I wanted to put corn right here, and then I wanted to put the sweet potatoes over there because they like the heat and they can handle all the sun that section of the garden will get. This beautiful plant right here is a purple reaper plant. All the asparagus. Yeah, that's asparagus. If you didn't know, this is what asparagus looks like most of the year when you're not harvesting it. You let it go into this fern craziness stage. And then all of this growth, which I honestly didn't think was going to happen for me this year, are the Thai soldier beans, which I've just seen for the first time this year. And this is where we harvest them, right here at this size. You can use them as a green bean. You can eat them fresh right off, which I'll do. You can eat them fresh right off the, let's make sure there's no ants on it, Chad. Nobody wants to eat ants, right? Especially not fire ants. You can eat them raw. So good. All right, as we keep coming over, these are all volunteer basils. And then I also have, well, okay, I am really, really ticked off right now. I've been trying to grow this pepper for 4 years, and I had a beautiful plant. Well, it's still growing. I wonder what got that. I am so annoyed right now. I can't remember. This is a Buena Mulata, beautiful blue, purple, not blue, y'all, lavender. pepper I grew last year. This pepper plant's doing good. This is a Datali, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, pepper. Lemon drop pepper. Again, 2 plants. One is obviously getting hit by something. Fish pepper, I grew these last year. They'll have beautiful leaves, very somewhat hot pepper. And then all these basils. Volunteer basils. We've got some cilantro plants right here with the cilantro seeds. Actually, that's wrong, yo. These are dill. You know how you tell? By looking at the seeds. Those are dill seeds. These are cilantro seeds, or if you're in any part of the country, if you're in any part of the world except the United States, that is not a cilantro, that is a coriander plant. Only in America do we call the leaves of this plant cilantro and then the seeds coriander, where the rest of the world just calls the entire plant coriander. Ask me how I found that out. Well, let's just say that on TikTok, my video on this subject has over 500,000 views and probably 100,000 people from around the world that are annoyed that Americans call the leaves of the coriander plant cilantro. Who knew, right? Apparently, it's a big deal. You live and you learn, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm absolutely getting tore up by mosquitoes. Like, bad. Almost done, y'all. What do y'all think this was? That is the potato bed. They are actually about ready. I will be harvesting them later this week. Hopefully that'll be a really good harvest. More volunteer stuff down through here. I had some blue Hubbard squash planted right here as a trap crop, and they've all died. So, is what it is. Pretty sure it did its job. It got the vine borers over here. Just not in time to where I lost my zucchini over there. All right, let's talk peppers, y'all. Check out those habaneros. Those are looking great. I actually got that plant from another YouTuber here in the Houston area. Texas Garden Guy gave me that plant about 6 weeks ago, and it is doing great. Shout out to him. These are a Pathfinder pepper. It's a type of serrano pepper, and this is also the 2 plants that I've gotten so much heat over on Facebook and TikTok about hard pruning. Because as you can see, I hard pruned all the leaves off the stem to make the plant grow more. And y'all, I don't care what anyone says, that plant is doing great. It has put on over 2 pounds of peppers already, and you can see how many more are on here, just constantly growing, flowering, just doing a great job. Hungarian wax peppers. Jojo wondering why I'm still out here and why she's still out here. Because it is hot, y'all. The humidity is insane right now. All right, y'all, let me look around. I was not planning on hitting every single thing in the garden, but I think I did it pretty quick. I don't think this video is going to be super long, but if it is, I hope it's inspiring to everyone to be growing and growing and growing. And let me just say this right now before I let you go. Start thinking about the next season. We here in Zone 9A, especially in this area, just north of Houston, Texas, we are hitting the very last part of spring, and we're basically into summer weather. So I know this is going to sound nuts, and I know it's only June 1st, but I'm already thinking fall crops, and those will start getting planted inside under a grow light. The video on that will be coming out very soon, later this week. And start getting my fall game going, at least for some of the crops. And I really hope that your all's gardens are doing fantastic, going well. You're planting new crops, you're planting staple crops that you're used to. And as always, everyone, take care. May God continue to bless each and every one of you. Continue to shine bright and harvest hard, and I'll talk to y'all again real soon.